So this particular topic is beginning to get annoying, so I just want to be on record. So then I know where people stand after that. So the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese media thing, like I've already talked about this on my TikTok. My TikTok has the collection of my best work, and I didn't do it on purpose, but it just so happens to be that way. I think it's
So
because
I've
like
been telling people this way before.
it's like the road because of the style of content they allow and the people on there. For me, that's like a road game, and I'm a star. So when I go on the road, it's like I gotta perform at my best. But because there's a lot of offended people, all that type of stuff. So um, so I just want to play a video that I did months ago, like 6 months ago. Well, no, it couldn't have been that. Not this one right here, but other ones. I'm gonna play another one that I did like 6 months ago, but not this one. But this just goes through a brief history for those that might not get it.
So I've been telling people this way before it was even a conversation, but now it's just kind of painfully obvious. So if you are watching,
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like before it was a conversation, I got videos from last year about Angel Reese.
so if you are watching this video, then you probably understand that there's a process to becoming popular on the internet. Angel Reese followed that process. She's the one that did the reels and the viral dances and all this different stuff. Pictures, selfies, all this stuff.
Right,
She amassed 3 million followers before you knew to care about Caitlyn. And let's just be honest with each other.
for most people, it's people that are basketball fans and people from Iowa that knew about Caitlyn, obviously. But for the most part, before people knew to care about Caitlyn, they were already watching Angel, liked Angel, were Angel fans.
Caitlyn. And let's just be honest with each other. And this for all of us.
Right.
You know, a lot of the people will base their support of a person based on if they look like you or not. You know it. Black people, you know, you go into the black stores. You know, white people, same you. Mexican people, Chinese people, you know. So, and that's what people do. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's the truth. So, Angel brought a lot of the eyes to the sport, and once the eyes got there, it's like, oh no, well, we don't really like her. We like Caitlyn. Caitlyn's a baller. It ain't like nobody's taking anything away from her.
And I'm about to play a video of somebody literally saying that.
Caitlyn's a baller. It ain't like nobody's taking anything away from Caitlyn. But it's like this. These two are literally like Larry and Magic. Imagine only getting Larry. No.
From a media perspective, not their games. They're from a media perspective.
Larry. No. Magic was the one that won in college. Magic was the personable one that people liked his smile and commercials and all that stuff. The market was for Magic.
Mm-hmm.
So the WNBA and the league and everybody that's involved in this needs to be marketing Angel.
Mm-hmm.
We could add race and all this stuff to it, but they need to be marketing Angel. You're going to get this wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they already created a market for Caitlyn. They created it. You know what I mean? But they need to be marketing the girl that's marketable.
Y'all already rubbing people the wrong way. But and I get it. It's new money. And I would understand why somebody would feel like,
I made
okay,
this video.
Caitlyn.
This video is a month old. I made this video at the beginning of March.
Why somebody would feel like, okay, Caitlyn is the hype train. But the hype train pulled up for Angel. Like,
because people knew her. She still has more followers on these apps. She still does the same thing. Like she's just an internet sensation. For beyond basketball, like her as a person.
She brought there wasn't a popular women's basketball player before her like that. Like she was more popular than WNBA people. Don't none of them got 3 million followers. You see what I'm saying? Is. So, and then if you look at, and this goes to show a little bit, she got real followers. Like Caitlyn got a lot of eggs on her page. Like they kind of hyped her a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. That's cool. You know what I mean? So
that's cool.
The WNBA can mess this up
because it is.
They can actually get this wrong trying to just force feed the world Caitlyn when they actually like Angel too. So if we talking about
They're doing it right now.
racism and race, there is people who only like Caitlyn because she's white. Big facts. And other way around. And other way around. But I'm telling you that there's more people that like both of them who knew Angel first. I'm telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
People who like, listen.
It's more people who like both of them that knew Angel first. So you got all these new fans trying to act like they exist more than the people who knew Angel first and like both of them. So now it's like people who like Caitlin Clark don't like her fans. Like me, I've trolled, Born a Man shit. And even look at this pic. I gotta throw a shot because I said it. Covering up the Adam's apple. But that's just trolling. I was just playing. But maybe I'm playing. I don't know if I'm playing or not. But I never said anything bad about Caitlin Clark's game. I like Caitlin Clark as a hooper. That was just me trolling that. But I don't like her fans. Some of them, a lot of them, the new one, the ones that aren't basketball fans, they're just Caitlyn fans. I don't like them. So, and people know how I am. If I don't like your fan base, I take it out on you. Like they'll tell you, Lux, Andre 3000. If I don't like your fans, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Because who am I going to argue with? So they're going to feel like I don't like you, but I really just don't like them. But this ain't even the case with Caitlyn. Never hated on her game. But this the most I've said her since I'm being serious. This the most I've said her. Anybody that knows me knows. This is the most I've said her since 2 years about Caitlin Clark. Like seriously. But it's not never mind. Let's keep it. So people need to understand that.
Listen. A lot of people see the racism, so it rubs them the wrong way based because they see it. But for the most part, a lot of people like them both. But they liked Angel first.
Me, I liked Angel first. I liked Angel more as a person. I like Caitlyn more as a hooper and Angel more as a person. And I ain't even talking about no look or nothing like that. I'm talking about her as a person.
First.
Which we'll get more to in a second.
And then
after I talk to Shady.
When you add Cardoso to the mix, that's international now. She's Brazilian. So she got her own fan base of a whole nation behind her. And then on top of the fact that they're teammates, you know what I'm saying? So they need to be marketed. Santa Claus not real. Y'all about to find this out. Keep trying to just push Caitlyn and ruin the money tree. Go ahead. Ruin the money tree. Because that's what's happening right now. Well, I won't say that that's happening right now, but it's potentially starting to happen. They try to force feed all this Caitlyn when everybody wants to see everybody else. You're going to make them not care. So people still pulling up to see Caitlyn, but they want to see everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that I said this almost 2 months ago. Because people are pulling up to see Caitlyn, but people do want to see everybody else. And it is happening right now. The whole media beef. I predicted it 2 months ago.
You know what I'm saying? You got to market the league, not just one player of it.
And now you got people saying literally they don't care about I literally seen somebody yesterday say, I don't care about the WNBA. I just care about Caitlin Clark's success. And that's weird. And I predicted people like that.
Of it. Because if you want people to be fans of the league, they got to know other people anyway. Or you're just going to be a fan of the whole league and only watch one person. That sounds dumb as hell. Especially when the Fever might not even really be a good team. You know what I'm saying? What if they trash?
Well, who knew that?
You know what I'm saying? What if they trash?
They are.
Then what? Market the good teams.
People still going to hype them like they're not trash?
Market the good teams. Put the Aces on. The Aces, Vegas. I know y'all hear this, Vegas. What's up with y'all? Market your squad. The hell, man. Market your team.
Market your squad, bruh. And they took my advice. Aja got a shoe deal. She was able to capitalize off the hype train instantly because she's one of them ones. She one of them ones. So she was able to capitalize off it because she's a get dang on hooper. And that's just that with her. So you know what I'm saying? But let's get to this next video because it ties in. It's a reason why I played that first, but this ties into that. Because we got to walk James down the block. Because it's people that don't be knowing what the hell they talking about. And I got to set them straight because I do. So.
Angel Reese is not lying. A lot of attention came to Caitlin Clark after she waved in her face. Mm-hmm. She had got a lot more attention. Then once she got a lot more attention, the whole world was like, Lord.
Listen. Listen to me. There is no then once she got a lot more attention, bro. That's what you about to say.
More attention. The whole world was like.
No, there is no then once she got more attention when I introduced her to you. Like, that's like, think about it like this, James. That's like me introducing you to one of my female friends that, you know, I'm just cool with her. You know what I'm saying? And then she meets you, football player, muscles, and you smash. And then now y'all stop fucking with me. Yo, I introduced you to her. So just because you like her on a different way, then we cool. Nigga, that don't mean stop fucking with me. What are you talking about?
The whole world was like, Lord Jesus. This is Steph Curry on the basketball court. And that is why
this is an important part to stop at too, because that's a thing that people are ignoring with Caitlin Clark. That it isn't just because there's some people that think people only like her because she's white and all that shit. No. It's a we're gonna call it the Tiger Serena Eminem effect. That's what we're gonna name it. When somebody and Caitlin, this is what you gotta understand about Caitlin. Caitlin gets it twofold. I'm gonna tell y'all why. When it's somebody who you ain't used to, that looks like you, right, does something that you ain't used to seeing people who look like you doing, you gonna support that. Barack Obama won by the biggest margin in voting history. But check this out. Mitt Romney got more votes than Donald Trump did when he won versus Hillary. So all them people was voting. He lost. Like if Mitt Romney would have won against Trump, he'd have won with his votes. But he lost by the biggest margin ever. Who you think showed up to vote? You know who showed up to vote. You already know who did. So when Serena hit the scene, it wasn't just because they was kicking ass, and it wasn't just because we were seeing the child version of what became the greatest women's tennis player ever. It was that she was black, and we ain't never seen nothing like that before in our whole lives. Ever, never. Still ain't. So we gravitated towards it. Same with Tiger. You're not a racist if you're a white guy that listens to Eminem. You liked rap, but you had never seen nobody go that high of a level that looked like you. You liked Tupac. You liked Biggie. You was a Jay-Z fan. You liked Nas. But then you got Marshall, and you loved it because you were supposed to, right? So, but here's the thing with Caitlin. So there's that with her. Because white people ain't never seen nothing like that. But check this out. None of us have. None of us have. Her game is different than we've seen it. Women's basketball players are shooters. Women are shooters. They got straps. They can shoot. A lot of them can shoot the fuck out the ball, right? But, okay, we never seen it like that. The Steph Trae Young type of Harden ass game where it's coming around the pick, pull up, jumper from deep, that type of game, right? So everybody who's a hooper liked it. You know what I'm saying? Hooper fan, at least, was like, oh, shit, this white girl hooping. So she got those type of fans, too. So that's why she's so big. So it ain't no just – I think people a lot of people
And
aren't
that is
comfortable.
why views
A
and
lot of people aren't comfortable having race conversations because they're racist. So it ain't really racism, it's race loyalty. And a lot of people are that, especially when somebody that looks like you ain't did this. Like, yo, I ain't never seen no, yo, no, I'm gonna go there. What you mean? This is what people do. This is what people do across the board, across the world. This is what people do. Like I said before, if there's a restaurant or a store where people speak a language, when you go in there, it's going to be people who speak that language that frequent that store. I can guarantee you that each and every time. No matter what the language is. No matter what the language is, it's going to be people that find that store. Like, oh, yeah, they're my people. And they're going to come in speaking that language. When you come in, they're going to give you broken English. When they come in, it's going to be whatever that language. People support themselves.
college, that's why views in the WNBA, all that went up, right? Did she bring awareness
Yes,
to Caitlin Clark? Absolutely. Was Caitlin Clark destroying college basketball before the wave in her face? Absolutely. But Angel Reese did bring attention to that. Now, once Angel Reese brought attention to that, Caitlin Clark said, this is what it is. This is true. And she showed you that by beating South Carolina, by beating LSU again. She showed you that she's that type player.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because you're talking about basketball and I'm talking about popularity. You can't, just because you a better, you being a better hooper than me doesn't make you more popular than me instantly. The media, like, you could never escape me. There's not nobody who knows who Caitlin Clark is that doesn't know who Angel Reese is. There's not one single solitary person that knows who Caitlin Clark is but doesn't know who Angel Reese is. But guess what, man? I'm trying to tell you that Angel was popular first. So if I knew who Angel Reese was before I knew who Caitlin Clark was, but nobody that knows Caitlin Clark doesn't know Angel, what's that tell you about Angel? I don't care if you a better hooper than me. It's a lot of people that are better hoopers than a lot of people, but you talk about them more because they're popular. Get it? Come on, man.
Player. Now, the only way disagree with Angel Reese is because if Caitlin Clark, because she continues to keep saying that she's changing the WNBA too. I don't necessarily agree with that because, and the main reason why I say that is because, did you bring attention to Caitlin Clark? Sure. If Caitlin Clark
changed the WNBA because and I mean her single, she was being modest. I don't have to do it. So when she said two, she's the conversation. She's the reason people were talking about this shit. What you mean she brung you attention to Caitlin Clark? What are you talking about then? I'm changing the WNBA too. She is. And I'm going to tell you why. It's a market. Listen, man, we're going to get to it in a second. I don't even want to spoil it, but it's a lot of stuff that the WNBA wasn't doing that they're doing now, some of the women.
Caitlin Clark stays an extra year in Iowa. These numbers don't change for the WNBA. With you being in the...
That's a lie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The numbers may be of attendance for the people who are only Caitlin Clark fans to watch it, but Angel has fans, bro. People was going to follow Angel. So it was going to be more talk about the WNBA because she was there. That's what you don't get. She has 3 million followers on IG, 3 million followers on TikTok. She's internet famous, bro, and she be on TV. Do you understand the difference? It's people who are internet famous. Like, they're internet famous, like whatever they do, like Keith Lee, people like him, right? And then there's people who be on TV that are TV popular, right? And then now imagine somebody being both of those people, right? So you're right in the sense of all of the people who only support Caitlin, but you're wrong in the sense of you're talking about somebody who has millions and millions and millions of followers. They're going to follow her. Don't you understand what a follower is? So when you were in LSU, I was following you. I liked you. I was paying attention to what you do. Now you're in the WNBA. I'm going to follow you. I pay attention to what you do. Get it? Get it? You got it? Cool. So you're right in a certain sense, but you're wrong in the sense of the popularity of it. It's Angel. She's her for real, for real.
With you being in the NBA saying that you changed the game. They don't change.
Did.
They don't change. And the reason why I know that is because if you're not playing Caitlin Clark, it's 8,000 people at your games. The same amount of people that was at your games last year when Angel Reese was not there, right? The draft, people watching the draft went way up. You read all the numbers off of what Caitlin Clark has brought to the WNBA. If she does not enter the draft, even with Angel Reese saying she changed the game, these numbers will look the same. Is what I'm saying. So that's where I disagree with her at. And I'm wishing.
What I'm telling you is no, they wouldn't, because you're talking about the most popular women's player. If Caitlin Clark didn't even ever exist in life, Angel Reese is still the most popular women's player. They made Caitlin more popular than her by the media standpoint. She's still not more internet popular. That's what you don't get. That's what you don't get. Like, you're not understanding. She's still not more internet popular. She's more media popular. It's a difference. You can't escape who she is on the internet because she was already there before y'all started having these conversations. Y'all came to the party late and acting like y'all don't know everything that happened before y'all got here. That's the funny part for people. Like, people who know are looking at y'all like y'all stupid because it's like, yo, what are you talking about?
That's where I disagree with her at. And I'm with Shady. At one point, I'm cool with you accepting the villain role. I'm cool with you saying that you rose awareness to Caitlin Clark. I'm cool with all that. But now it just has to happen in between the lines. Yes, you have a bunch of celebrities following. You had that. You had the Megan Thee Stallion concerts. You had all that. But now it has to happen in between these lines on the basketball court. And that is why people is coming to.
No, it don't. See, that's what you don't get. You said it. Look at you. Look at you. You following? You said she at the Megan Thee Stallion concerts. You see what she doing on the internet? This is what she been doing. Clown boy. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A year ago, she was taking pictures with celebrities. A year ago, she was at the concerts. A year ago, she was doing the dances. 2 years ago, she was doing all this stuff. This is who she is. If she never stepped foot on the court, she'd still be. She got more money off. Listen, she make more money off TikTok than it's women in the WNBA that make off basketball, my man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She makes more money off social media than these women make off basketball, fam. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you saying she wouldn't change nothing. She's already changing it. It's already changed. Thanks to her. Stop and stop some more. Caitlin made it a different thing because of all of the support she gets from the other people who don't support people who look like Angel. But without it, it still was going to be the type of support that Angel was going to bring to it. It just would have been more about hoop. She would have been, if she came alone, then it would have been basketball fans that came in and learned the game and learned the other girls. They wouldn't have been trying to come in hating and how dare you assault her with a foul, talking all that weak shit. So when you play the villain role and got fans, they're not weak-ass fans. So they're not going to cry baby her through the league. You know what I'm saying?
Court. And that is why people is coming to watch Caitlin Clark. And that, you can look up any stat.
There's also race involved, too. Let's not act like I explained it perfectly, but it's also racism involved, too. And we could talk in the comment section. I talked about it. I have a video right on my thing that I did literally 7 months ago about Angel Reese being the face of hating black women in America. I did it 7 months ago. I said Angel Reese is the face of hating black women 7 months ago. So I don't want to hear this stuff y'all talking to me now today, because I was way ahead of y'all, way ahead of y'all. Just like how in the last video I played, I predicted what's happening right now 2 months ago. So I don't want to hear half of the stuff y'all talking.
Look up any stat, you can look up any.
Not me, personally.
Anything, that is a fact. So when you say you helped, you did. But if Caitlin is not in the.
She was the help. Like, she didn't just help. She was the help. She brung your ice, only 2 of them. Y'all don't even care about Cameron Brink and all these other girls. Cameron Brink is a ball. Like, it's other girls who are good in this draft. But anyways, so she brung you the person you like, even if it's just, like I said, bro. Like I said, I used a woman as an example. Now we're going to use a dude as an example. That's like me and you, James. We cool, right? Then I introduce you to my other homeboy. and y'all end up cooler. Y'all, you know, your parents end up being from the same state or something. Y'all went to the same college or something. Y'all cool now. So y'all cooler. I knew you first by introducing my homeboy. Y'all end up being just a little cooler. Y'all gonna stop hanging around me? When it's time to hoop, y'all ain't gonna call me to pull up? When I'm your homeboy, I'm your homeboy. Just because you like this nigga a little more, y'all cooler, you not gonna fuck with me no more? I'm your homeboy, not this nigga. I introduced you to him. If you never knew him, would we be cool still? Fuck you talking about? Y'all are crazy, man. I swear, like, it's like people don't hear themselves talk right now. Or maybe he didn't know any better. I could tell by the way he said that she at the concerts and she doing all this that he don't know Angel Reese. It's clearly he don't, because that's who she is. That's what she been doing.
Is not in this WNBA. If Caitlyn is not walking that stage on that draft, you do not change the WNBA like it's being changed now. And if we really
like it's being changed now, say clear it up, because I was about to get on your ass. You said it right. She wouldn't have changed it like it's being changed now, but she would have changed it like it would have changed just with her. So she's part of the conversation. There was going to be a conversation about her regardless. You're just adding Caitlyn in with it. But this conversation that you're having right now is about Angel Reese. And guess what, sir? You was going to be doing that regardless. That's what you don't get. You was going to be doing that regardless. You didn't know that, though. You were. You were going to be doing that regardless.
And if we really keeping it a buck, and I love both these girls.
I don't think we are.
Girls. You were the
I am. Y'all not.
7th pick. If I'm right. Am I right?
You're right.
Something like that.
That's from a basketball perspective. She was the 7th pick from a basketball perspective, not a height perspective. If they was thinking about somebody coming with ticket sales like they was thinking with Caitlyn, she would have went 2nd. Cameron Brink is shot blocker. Baller. I said she might end up being the best player in the draft. But so she got drafted from a draft perspective. These women still got team needs. But if she would have got drafted from a media perspective, she would have went 2nd. Because look at the Sky's numbers. Why you want to keep talking about the sales? Look at the Sky sales, fool. So how you gonna tell me that you're right when you know you're not right, when we can look at the numbers and see that you're wrong? So who cares about her going 7th from a basketball perspective? What is she going from a media perspective? She's 2nd, right? The Fever got the highest ticket sales. Who's 2nd, Fram? Oh, all right. Who got the jersey sales that's the highest, though? Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you again. Who has the highest jersey sales, fam? Oh, okay. The girl who's the most popular girl, right? Oh, so what you talking about the league wouldn't have changed? You sound like an idiot. It already did.
So it's 6 players that they said, you like that, but you not like that, because it's 6 people went in front of you. And you telling me.
Like I said, from a basketball standpoint, I can understand that. Maybe not even all 6 of the picks, but I can understand 3 of the picks. So that's cool. But from a media standpoint, fuck out of here. Caitlyn then Angel.
Telling me you changing the.
If they cared about ticket sales, then that means there's 5 people that messed up. Clearly, 2. We don't even have to debate it. We can just pull up the ticket sales from each place that drafted over the Sky and see who they got.
WNBA. Changing the WNBA is a girl that went number 1, is 17, 18, 19,000 people at her game, 2 million people watching the views. Is that a shot at Angel Reese? No, she's a good basketball player, but when you talk about changing the game, it's not even.
That is changing the NBA, the WNBA. But changing the WNBA is also getting you to talk about it on TV, fam. That's what you don't get. It's better ball players than Caitlin Clark. Clearly, no debating. So we hyping her for her game. Oh, we never seen anybody play like this. But it's girls who's better than her. So at the end of the day, we just like the aesthetics. I'm falling victim to my own analogy that I use about Hakeem Olajuwon and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If you ask people which one of them have the better post game, everybody's going to say Hakeem because it looks better, but it's actually not better. I'm falling victim to that. My own analogy. I made it up, and I'm falling victim to it. That's how you know it's cold. But the point is, so why does it even matter for real? You talking about a strictly hoop right now, and I get that. But I'm talking about popularity, fam. This girl is really, really popular, and you're acting like you don't know, but you seen her at the Megan concert. Come on, man.
changing the game. It's not even close to what Caitlin Clark has done. Did she help? I will finish with that.
I don't agree that it's not even close because she's raising ticket sales too. So what you don't understand is the white people, let's just call it what it is. I ain't want to have to say it like this. The white people who only pulling up to see Caitlin wouldn't have came for Angel. Cool. But the people who are pulling up for Angel is pulling up for Angel though. So it would have been more sales regardless because of her. Just like it is.
Did she help? I will finish with that. Yes.
She good.
But Caitlin Clark, the way she plays the game of basketball is
The media helped Caitlin. You act like she did it organically. It was a more popular person that she became attached to. That's what you don't get. She was talented and nobody cared until the more popular person she became attached to. And then she, with the help of the media, catapulted. She's still not more popular than Angel, but catapulted beyond Angel based on her game. She's a better ball player than Angel. No one's ever debating that. But she's just part of the reason why the league is popular. It's ball players in the league that are better than both of them. And you wasn't talking about them, so why are you talking now? Oh, because Angel made you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So as much as you can try to credit Caitlin all you want to, they're synonymous, and they always will be.
the game of basketball is why
Because Angel's not going to stop being popular regardless. That's just the thing.
these WNBA
You can retire today. She don't never got to step foot on a basketball court again, and she's never going to stop being popular. That's what you don't get. She's already popular. She was already popular before the WNBA. When the UK See Me wave in the face happened, Caitlin had like 300,000 followers, and Angel had like 2.5 million. Now Caitlin has 2 million followers. They came late.
ratings and everything and fans and all that is the way it is.
Big facts, though. He not wrong in that sense, but he's leaving out why the conversation is and why people started to care. Like I said before, I gave both analogies with a homeboy and a chick that you're messing with. But this video right here is another thing.
I got some
because
advice for the WNBA. It's three
I
things.
see, and literally, this is an old video too. I did this video months ago, like 6-7 months ago, something like that. A long time ago, I did this video. So this is just more proof that I'm somebody that cares beyond the hype of just somebody making me talk about this.
Some advice for the WNBA. It's three things. Number one, just like a lot of women, the WNBA needs to stop comparing themselves to men, but it's even deeper for them than anyone else because the NBA was built off drama and scandal that a lot of people ignore. It's almost the same concept of why women say women are better cheaters. Because once a man loves something or likes something, there's a lot of processes they won't go through to find stuff. I'll give you an example. We all know about Tim Donaghy.
Just like niggas try to go ahead. I was about to give an example, but I'm about to give the example on this video, so I'm gonna just let me go.
He fixing games and betting on games and stuff. But people aren't going to go back and find out how many games he refereed in a Jordan final. Because then that makes it
It's
like
funny that I just said that and that because I just seen a thing. Somebody posted a meme of in the 2000 era how many games the Lakers won in Staples Center. Tim Donaghy, they were literally cheating. They were literally betting on them games. So that shit was a fluke, for real. But what I'm saying here is that men don't care about that. They still argue. Mara and them niggas still argue me. When I be talking about sports being rigged, niggas still argue with me. It's like you're dumb. How could you have people who are rigging it telling you it's rigged and you gonna argue with a nigga saying it's rigged? Like what? You sound dumb. I literally seen a video. I be watching all type of stuff. I seen a video about the mob, about the Kansas City mob fixing football games in the 60s. Can y'all stop playing with me, please? Please stop playing with me. I don't want to talk.
because then that makes it like their GOAT was getting some treatment. And they don't want to have to deal with that. Just like they don't want to have to deal with their girl cheating. But anyways,
Right.
so they had a guy who had a baby with a 12-year-old, played basketball. They allowed him to do it. They knew about that. Why would they let that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of different things. The dress code thing, kicking guys out the league for their religious beliefs. Don't get me started. So there's a
Please
lot of
don't.
things with
Better
David
not.
Stern and others that was corrupt with the league. It's the same thing. Who's seen the Candace Owens thing when she was talking about her roommate? It's the same concept. She was mad. Her roommate got money. She was like a video vixen or whatever, and she was broke in college and did it the right way. Sometimes your morals is gonna stop you from getting to certain places that other people is at. So stop comparing yourself to the NBA. They're scandalous, like literally scandalous. And then number two, y'all got to get.
So that was my first piece of advice to the WNBA was to stop comparing yourself to men. And because I didn't even bring up the athletic aspect of it. I was talking about from just the league itself. It's a lot of bullshit involved with the NBA that they don't have in their league. So it's like when you are willing to do a certain thing for success, you'll reach a certain level of success in certain areas. So if they ain't never did none of that, you can't compare yourself to the NBA because it's blood, sweat, and tears in that. Literal blood.
And then number two, y'all got to get out your feelings. Real talk. In the sense of when people say stuff like lower the rims. Okay, don't do it, but don't get offended about it. It's certain people who I've never heard use words like offended. I don't think I've ever heard Bill Gates talk about being offended. He makes too much money. Like, it's a business. You don't have time to be offended about some silly little nonsense like someone saying lower your rim. Like, what? So what? As much as these.
You know what about this advice is crazy. Now I have to revise this advice because y'all barely don't have to get out y'all feelings now because all of these new fans that are attacking y'all like y'all did something wrong. So now y'all don't got to get out y'all feelings. Before all of this hype, because like I said, this video's old. This was before Caitlyn and before Angel came to the league. So I was talking to the WNBA. They weren't there. So now y'all don't got to get out y'all feelings. Y'all can stay in y'all feelings because people attacking y'all for no fucking reason just to try to hype Caitlyn.
These old school, think about, use the NBA. Use the NBA. Y'all want to always use the NBA? Think about how much these old school players talk about how bad and how soft the league is and all this stuff. You ever heard somebody say they was offended? No.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Stop it. And then, okay, while we're on the subject, hold on, stop. Sidebar. This ain't one of the three, but I'm making it part of it. It's 1A. If somebody says the wrong thing or misgender somebody or whatever, they could get canceled. Yep. But see, a lot of the WNBA is lesbian or bisexual players. Well, how come the community doesn't support them the same way they support somebody that when you say something against being gay, they all on you. But how come it's
still not that right now? Right now, it's still, even with all this hype, you still don't get this. It's Pride Month. You still don't get this. This would be a whole thing in WNBA. Pride Month.
But how come they don't have that same energy for people who support?
And it probably is. I just ain't seen it though. But we should see it. Like we see Pride, everything goddamn else. Y'all should be doing Pride WNBA.
People who support them. So if you are a gay couple and you live in a city with a WNBA team and you ain't never been to a game on a date night, you doing your community foul, because I bet you've tried to cancel somebody before for something they said against y'all. Why don't you go support the WNBA? I don't care if you don't like basketball. It's your community. So
right. Brittany Griner back. Now, like I said that I was trolling maybe a little bit when I said Caitlyn is a man. I'm not trolling when I said Brandon is a man. Brandon Griner is a man. Man, listen. I would tell Brandon to his goddamn face he's a man. He know he a man. Brandon's a man. That's why he walks around with no shirt on. Man, please. That's a dude.
So there's that. And then the third thing, these teams, all of them, literally every last one of them, they need like media personnel. Like, I don't care if it's your little 16-year-old niece that's good on IG and Snapchat. We need to know y'all, meet y'all, little video documentaries, stuff like that. Because people relate to people. They start liking people based off what they relate to. Like, we don't know y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, you might, your granddaddy might have fought in World War II, or your grandma might got cancer.
It's still like that now. Like, we finding out about girls because it's more eyes on sports. So like people looking and finding out, like, oh, she a hooper. Like even when the Caitlin Clark thing happened with Kennedy Carter, people found out Kennedy Carter was a baller. Thought she was just a goon though. She not only is she a goon, she a hooper. She can hoop for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. Never heard of her name. I know her now.
Fought in World War II, or your grandma might got cancer, or it could be something simple like you got 5 cats, and then now a cat lover will make you their favorite player, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, we don't know y'all. So if we get the documentary and meet you, like you, then you're my favorite player. Like, oh shit. It's like, okay,
but we know Angel. That's what I'm saying. We knew Angel. We knew her like what I'm saying right now. This is what Angel did.
Okay, when I found out Flo J had bars, I'm like, okay, I like her. You know what I'm saying? At first she was just a hooper, but now I like her. It's a difference. Like, I know about her.
Right, I still do. When I'm gonna be following LSU games for her. Angel gone, and I still follow Flo J because I like her because she's a rapper. And her dad was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like her. I know something about her, and I was related to it, and it made me like her. And it's more women like that in the WNBA, but we don't know them. That's what I'm saying. So when we know the stuff and find out the stuff, we'll gravitate towards it. That's what people do. Everybody does that.
It's a difference. Like, I know about her. I know something about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us meet you.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know you. Introduce yourself to us. You want us to support you? Introduce yourself. You know? So there's that. And
that's even more perfect advice now because of how the world became in terms of how many eyes are on the sport. So now people are watching y'all. So now y'all can just start to be yourselves. Like, what about you? Who are you?
Did I cover it all? Because a lot of this stuff needs to stop. I think I got it all. I think I got everything that will help y'all out. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, this video was way before the drama of what's going on now. So now y'all don't need the help. The people who I just addressed needed the help. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still need the marketing help, and y'all still need the help from the community. But I want to talk about this because I did a video. I guess I never
I don't have any
I
problems with a
swear I
man
tried to
desiring a
find it.
woman
I
with
tried
a
to find it on my TikTok. I tried to find it on my what's the name. I guess I just never clipped the video up, but I did react to it. This is his response to an original video that he did about body counts. And he was saying body counts dudes. I guess I should have saved the other video and just replay him, but he said dudes, he said a body count only matters to dudes who ain't in the count. And I was giving him my perspective on where I agree and where I don't, you know. And I still agree with him, but we got to split hairs here on a couple of things that he said because I don't sometimes on the internet, and I say this a lot because it's true. A lot of times women gravitate towards anything that sounds like a diss to men, but they don't be knowing how the shit affects them in a negative way. So like they'll go with it like, yep, these niggas, yep. But it's like, yo, that shit ain't helping you. And once again, I'm gonna say it, and anytime I think about it, I'm gonna say it. That's why I be defending Derrick Jackson as a content creator. The shit he does is a help to them when it comes to men. So men take it as, oh, he's pandering and all that shit. No. He's giving them relatable examples of shit that men do because he was doing it. So if a woman listens to a dude talk and like, oh yeah, niggas do be doing that. Now she gonna listen to you because she know you know what you're talking about because her nigga did that. So it's like, oh, he know men. Yeah, he do know men and he knows cheaters. So y'all try to backfire. But anyways, my whole point for bringing that up is there's a certain person that can say these type of things. And so I agree to a certain extent, but there's also things that people need to know that affect them.
I don't have any problems with a man desiring a woman with a low body count.
And that's why he came out and said that like that, because in his original video, you wouldn't have thought that because he was dissing men for saying it.
I have a problem with the who sit on the internet and comment about women that they don't have a chance with. I have an issue about.
And I talked about that, and everybody does that. I do that. Hell, I mean, I do that shit A lot of people do that. But at the same time, um, I also like you can go listen to my Vivica Fox video. Go listen to it, please. I talked to her a certain type of way because that's still Vivica Fox. So people can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, she's still a certain type of somebody to me. So I held her to a certain prestige, but it was also, we gotta have this talk. So a lot of people do that, but it's toxic people who do it from a perspective of not trying to help her or just being an asshole or like it's a different way you talk. So men do that a lot.
About who are not on their square, talking about women that they don't have access to. I have a problem with men who expect women to adhere to a set of standards that they don't adhere to. That's who I have a problem with. And those are the niggas I'm talking to. If you on your bruh, and that's what you practice and that's what you desire, do what work for you, you feel me? But it's a certain group of, and for real, we bring body count up often. So at the point that you saw that clip, I'm frustrated because it's gonna be in the comments of this clip when it comes out who don't have access to 5% of the women in this room, and they worried about who they.
Right, he's not wrong about that. But what he needs to understand and why I brung up how women don't understand how this stuff affects them is here.
Square talking about women that they don't have access to.
Check this out, ladies. We know this. I know this. Y'all validate yourself off the men that you don't necessarily even want. That's why y'all talk about these thirsty dudes, men always trying to holler at me, all this and that. So a guy who doesn't have access to you is supposed to want you. Men are thirsty. A lot of them, most of them, some of them, a whole bunch of them are thirsty as hell. So they're supposed to want you. Like if you fine or whatever the case may be, they're supposed to want you. So if these guys who are incels or broke or whatever the case could never get you, you wouldn't talk to, don't see you as attractive and don't like you as a person, and they're saying they wouldn't date you, but they couldn't date you, that's a problem for you. Because if the guys under you see you that way, what you think the guys over you think? They see the content too. Like a video that I said is the worst video that's ever existed on TikTok. Oh, girl, more men need to get robbed. And I'm about to do a reaction. I've never done a reaction to it because it's not worth my energy, but I'm going to get her one of these days. But it's more men need to get robbed. Now, I was watching Pick a Side, and he asked, on the question was a lie detector test. He asked, have you ever set a man up to get robbed? A guy with some cheese worried about that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if he ever got robbed before and got set up by a woman, that's going to be something he's leery of. So if you on the internet talking about more men need to get robbed, a man with some cheese ain't going to like that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when y'all talking about men y'all don't like, men that you do like are listening and they're turned off by the shit. So that's why I said that women don't understand how this affects them. So I agree with Trip in a sense. Well, but you got to understand this, and this is the most important part.
I have a problem with men who expect women to adhere to a set of standards that they don't adhere to. That's who I have a problem with, and those are the niggas I'm talking to. If you on,
so here's the problem here. It's really like the main thing. Hold on real quick. All right, so it's really the main thing. In a lot of cases, not 100% of the cases, but a lot of the cases, and women should know this to be true by your own experiences, that a lot of times when a man doesn't care about your past, he doesn't care about your future. So yeah, men don't care about your body count when they're just trying to be a part of it. Like he said, his words really backfire on y'all because, like he said, men who care about body count when they're not part of it, right? But the men who don't are just trying to be a lot of times. They're just trying to be. So they don't care about who you fuck before. They want you to fuck them. And a lot of times men capitalize off the fact if your shit high, they capitalize off that because you more likely to have sex with them if you got a high body count. So they don't care because they want to have sex with you too. You feel me? It's dudes who buy box. So you know them women got a high body count and they ain't thinking about that at the time. They don't even give a damn. So you know what I'm saying? So there's elements of it, but women have to understand how this conversation affects them negatively. Like even like y'all can't just tell every dude he's an incel and insecure and all that shit. No. You got to understand all the variables to this conversation. So I wish I found my video that I did before to his first one because I agreed with him, and I broke it down the same way. I talked where I agree with him and where I didn't, because he was going off, but now he clarified. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I like this video, because the beginning of the video, like he came on like that for a reason. Like I said,
I don't have any problems with a man desiring a woman with a low body count.
like he literally was going off about dudes who talk about body counts. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before in my last video, I gotta find it. I clarified it for him, what he was saying. Like, so him doing it himself is really kind of cool to me. Because I already did this for him. So him doing it is like, right. Now I know we was on the same page here. Because you coming back saying the shit that I said the first time before you, that you left out. And that's what I said when I reacted to it. I'm like, yo, it's some stuff that he left out here. And he just filled in the blanks. And then he still left out some more shit. And I just had to fill them in again. And that's cool. So that's why I like this show. These conversations like this is what we need, like regular conversations instead of just all this name calling and all this dumb shit. Let's talk about it. We're adults. Like if we can't come together in the same room and have a conversation about it, I don't want to. You want to enter that, and then as soon as I say something you don't like, you type in something that you wouldn't have said. Like, come on now, that's crazy. So I fuck with the show. And like I said, I don't talk about this topic. I just don't. Maybe that's why I never clipped it up and put it on, because I said that before. Like I don't even talk about this topic. But people got to understand why it's important to other people. I think I said that before, but that's what it is. You got to understand why it's important to other people instead of just calling them names and all that shit. Because it's important reasons why that shit is important to people. You know, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this part. We also flat out understand that the people who have a problem with this conversation have a problem with it for a reason, and we know what the reason is. So y'all really exposing yourselves by even talking a certain way about this conversation. Why you arguing so much about this? Why you so mad that it counts? You know why. You know why you so mad that a person would say body count matters. So stop exposing yourselves, because when you attack a guy for saying that, it's like, okay, I know where that energy came from. Yo, coochie. So we could put the conversation to rest. Only an internet conversation anyway. People don't ask this type of shit on dates. And then a lot of times, like I said, men don't be caring in a sense because they're not trying to marry you or anything. Like somebody would want their wife to not be a thought, but somebody they're trying to smash, they're working the thought to their favor. So take that with a grain of salt. Real.